What's it like to be on campus at a place where just so many few get to experience? We're with a group of students from some of India's top institutions who have been students on campus at Rashtrapati Bhavan. This is a recipe program that they've been part of for a week, and we're very lucky to have them join us now. Let's get started right away. You were speaking earlier about, what a great stroke of luck it was to be chosen for this. Could you believe it when you sort of heard that you were a part of the program? What was that moment like when you discovered you were going to be here?
Ma'am, as you said, I definitely felt one of the most luckiest person that you could feel like that day, because first of all I was not that aware of the program that has been already held for different NIT scholars and artists and innovators. So when something like this suddenly pops up, you are like clueless, and to represent the institute itself has been a tremendous responsibility and a great pleasure and honor that I feel. To represent a single person, to represent a complete IIT itself is a great experience for me.
And it's quite unusual because, if you think of the institution that you come from, you guys are supposed to be the brightest. I've been reading some of the CVs, and, from electronics, biochem to nanotechnology, words that I can't even pronounce, they're all there. What about for you? What's the one thing that's perhaps took you aback? Like, ye bhi hota hai, like, wow.
I'm at the end of my PhD, and after the PhD I was clueless where to go. Whether I should go abroad for the postdoc, and whether I should go for the academia, or whether I should go for the R&D. So the NPL lab was the lab where the research which I did in my PhD, it was almost relevant. So even I asked the question, when there was a visit with the presidents, I asked, what is the future of the research scholar in India?
Have you made up your mind whether you're going abroad or staying here? Do you have an answer to that?
Obviously, I got the contacts from the NPL lab, and I would I'll apply over there.
That's really some luck. That's really some luck. Sir, if I can ask you, as someone who's been involved in stitching this whole program together, so there's, of course, this is quite interesting because it's not just a slice of life on what is Rashtrapati Bhavan all about, but someone who's sort of even getting more clarity on the road ahead for them. So how is the program designed?
They have been given exposure to different labs and, different industries here. But the main message from the president was actually brilliant, right? He wanted to get these kids somewhere working for the society, which is very much important. I mean, we are producing IITians, but if they are not working for the country, not working for the society.
Right. And do you believe, if I could ask you, do you believe that this is the kind of message that you will take back? Has this sort of is this what you're going to, one of the things that you're going to take back from here? How people like you, like I said, some of our brightest minds, can think about giving back?
Being present in the Rashtrapati Bhavan, being seated in the conference hall, across the round table with the President of India addressing us, this is the most or the highest form of honor that I can think of as a student.
Did you guys have to pinch yourself to say, is this happening? Are we here?
In
is
fact,
this for real?
We couldn't have ever imagined this in our dreams, that we would be visiting Rashtrapati Bhavan as the President's guest.
Right.
We go back to our campuses, share our experiences with our campus colleagues, share our experiences with the people living across or surrounding the campuses, and try to
spread the message.
Spread the message.
Right.
I want to contribute to the society more towards developing technical solutions using science to lift the standard of living of people in villages. And through this program, it is in Honorable President's mind, and he has successfully been able to convince it to us that you have witnessed a change inside Rashtrapati Bhavan, and it's your responsibility to take it outside the world, to every new person you interact with, to every new person you meet. It's your responsibility to empower him, to move him.
Right. I want to ask you, what was your experience like the point that was being made earlier, that when you were sitting opposite the president, you're sitting opposite the president at a round table and having to pinch yourself to say, am I really here? What was that like? What was
It was unbelievable. I mean, to be actually sitting there, all of us students, and have the opportunity to meet the president and stay with him for like an hour almost. Wow. Even the most important people, the VVIPs, they probably get to meet him for minutes, and we had 1 hour of time allotted to us.
You are VVIPs then, clearly.
And also, yesterday he spoke about the importance of research. And for me, I'm into basic sciences research. To be asked by the president to contribute our talents to improve the innovation and research in the country, there can be no bigger motivation than that. And if I take this message back to my institute, if all of us do that, sure, we can be surely a superpower in that case. And this is a big step towards that.
Right. You wanted to make it.
So one line that rings in my head, what the president said was that we have invested in you, that they have invested in us, and getting a chance to be a part of a prime institute in India is something not many of us get. And so the thing is that we always wonder that the country needs to change. But it is we who need to bring about this change, and that is, and in the room with the president, that is when the gravity of the whole concept hit us, and so we hope we can live up to the expectations.
But it wasn't just a 7-day break; that there was more that was expected. Yes, I'll just come to you. Yes, make it.
Ma'am, I would rather, in fact, want to even use this platform to even spread one of the most important things that he said about research is that with research, one of the important aspects that goes hand in hand is teaching. What India needs is quality teachers at this point of time, and he really meant. And what happens is normally when we focus on teaching, we might only talk about technical institutes, but teaching has to be improved right from the primary level. That mental block towards the taking up teaching as a profession only as a backup plan needs to be removed. It has to be taken up in forefront as the main priority.
Because we haven't made teaching mainstream, and that's the point that you're making. Go ahead.
I'm from IIT Guwahati, and I can sense the difficulties which the children over there are facing. Means the persons who are living in villages, they don't have technology, they don't have good primary education, also they don't have the transportation facility. So these are the basic problems which the villagers are facing. Like my campus is surrounded by more or less 6 villages. So there are no proper schooling. So we used to go there. We used to go in the villages, and there we generally provide them basic teaching. We also invite them to our institute also, and give them proper training. So like if we implement these type of models throughout our surroundings, then we can definitely improve the qualities.
Right. You wanted to make a point.
So I just want to add a little bit about what my friends have said over here. It's about teaching and research and development. So this is something which the President of India had emphasized. He spoke about how he visited China and saw the immense change that he saw in the infrastructure over there over the last 30 years, I think he said, and 23 years. So the point that he made over there was that development happens when you invest in research, and great research happens when you invest in teaching. So essentially we should all come back to the fact that in India, teaching is again a neglected profession, and that's something in which I want to work on.
Some of you have spoken on the fact that with great power comes great responsibility. You need to, that's been underscored. All of you, I'm sure, have worked very hard, are very bright, which is why you've made it into India's top institutions, which is one big reason why you're here. And now, what are you going to do with the knowledge that you're given? What are you going to do with that experience?
Right, like the experience they have got, like in these 7 days visit, it's not only academia, they have gone to industry, they have gone to IT industries. So actually all doors are open to them.
But he is eager to contribute. In the sense, we realize that, okay, there is something we can contribute, and we didn't realize it until we actually got there.
Just stepping back, I'll just come to you. Just stepping back for a moment, if I could ask you, for instance, what did you have in mind when you were chosen for this program and came here? Did you have what was the first thing that came to mind when you were sort of packing your bags for this? What were you thinking? What was the experience going to be like?
I was wondering if it's for us to contribute in terms of ideas. But when we got the schedule, it wasn't so. It was more of a visit. So all of us were wondering why is this program being organized? In fact, I asked the question to a lot of them, and they were like, we don't know. Like when people ask us, we're making up stories and telling them. So I think over the days, we have come to realize, and it's for us to know how the Rashtrapati Bhavan is working and the kind of initiatives that the officials at the top level are taking, and for these to flow down the hierarchy, and for us to be a part of them.
Given that you're representing institutions, your institutions, and of course large institutions too, I'm sure there are lots of envious colleagues and peers that you have who would really wish that they would be in your place. Yes.
Definitely, it is a very important thing to be a part of nation's first citizens' premises. As a part of a democratic nation, a normal citizen, if could be a part of this premier institute, definitely it shows the power of these premier institutes who can be the part of the Rashtrapati Bhavan.
Right.
And this because
all that hard work, once again, was not wasted.
Right,
It was totally worth it. I mean, there was this also that you got.
When we came to know about this program, there's some program is going on. Definitely, the first thing came in our mind that the first thing came in the mind was how the first citizen of the nation could call the normal persons like us. Definitely, the institutes whom we are representing is the reason, is the cause by which we are here.
The real picture got clear on the last day when President addressed us, like why we are here, what is the real purpose. And before that we had like some idea why the things are going on. But the real purpose we got at the final address of Rashtrapati.
I see. So that really crystallized it.